Hey everyone, welcome back. Yes, we're still on the road. We've been on hiatus for the last 2 or 3 weeks, actually 3 or 4 weeks. And the reason for that is, well, the footage that you're watching now is us hooking up to leave North Carolina. And it's bittersweet because we had a fantastic time in North Carolina. We did so much. Wright Brothers Memorial, Cape Hatteras, ferries over to Ocracoke, drove out on the beach, we had fires, lots of water sports, stand-up paddleboarding. We just had an amazing time out on the Outer Banks, and we can't wait to go back. But due to an issue with iCloud, I lost enough footage where I wasn't able to put together a cohesive episode. And so after fighting with it for a couple weeks and talking to some folks and trying to, recover some of those files, I just decided to move on and just enjoy traveling and camping. And that was the whole point of this anyway. So that's what we did. Since then, I've added external hard drives, so I'm no longer tethered to iCloud and dependent on having a good signal to be able to retrieve our data that we have stored. So now we're good. We're glad that you're with us. If you like what we've seen so far in our travels, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, tell some people, follow us on social media. It means so much to us.
And it's another travel day. Heading to Williamsburg today, folks. Gonna camp for the night. Then we'll be heading up to the Shenandoah Valley for a little bit, which should be gorgeous. The chess pie. That is the signature dessert for Virginia. Country ham. Didn't we talk about country ham?
So
and rye whiskey.
Country ham, rye whiskey, which, I always have some stowed away. Pairing some rye whiskey with country ham.
Find a smokehouse.
What's the chess pie about?
It is a simple, traditional Southern dessert of a baked custard pie. Very few ingredients. Shouldn't take long to pull together. And remember, we do post all of our recipes on the blogger.com website. There is a link in the show notes. And if you like what you see, like, subscribe, check us out on all the socials. We'd appreciate it.
That feels good. So what do you guys think of Colonial Williamsburg so far?
It's pretty cool. They had dill pickles, so I got the bag. It's quiet, and I feel bad for the people that work here because it's 93 degrees right now, and they're wearing lots of skirts. Oh God, I got out.
So what happened?
What happened to your face?
That tooth finally come out?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can we see? Turn your head the other way.
The other way.
The other way. There it is.
There it was.
There it was. Well, no, there's the new guy peeking out. Hello. You've been waiting a while for that guy to come out.
I want to call one. This one is destined to come out soon, but it just went back down, and then this one just came super loose.
Oh.
And trust me, I have not had a tooth come out since 2nd grade, so this feels so weird.
Yeah. Well, you lost a tooth in Williamsburg.
Seriously, it's the first molar, so.
I know it's a lot of rocks and formations, but this video just does not do it justice. Ray Caverns here in Ray, Virginia, and it's incredible. I've been to a couple caverns as a kid, but nothing like this. This is just, I mean, amazing. And the best part, you have these pools which accumulate from the water seeping through, and they form these little pools where it looks like it's a mirror reflection, so it looks like there's a cave underneath. Is this like a real life Minecraft?
Yeah, it's like the dripstone caves you find. It's really cool, and it's so deep. Like you could probably find the deep dark if you were in Minecraft.
The deep dark is, what's the deep dark?
It's a new biome, or yeah, it's a new biome, and you have a chance of finding like an ancient city. And since we're kind of like in like a mountain almost,
yeah,
there's a guaranteed chance you'll find one if you were like here in Minecraft.
What do you think, babes? Is this blowing your mind?
It really is. That reflection.
The little reflection pool where it
Was-
shows the mirror image. I know, right? It's like you're looking down into another cave, and nope. I got a cool shot though, because there's one where like shows the water like drips, and you get the rings from the drip hitting the water.
Oh.
Disturbs the mirror.
Right.
It looks pretty cool.
That is neat.
Have
But
you ever been into a cavern like this?
I think I have been in a smaller one in Sonora, California, but nothing of this magnitude. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's blowing my mind.
This is impressive.
It's like down like a puddle well.
All right, that was our trip into descent, I should say, into Ray Caverns. It's pretty cool. So if you're ever in the area, definitely check it out. It's worth the trip. And we are at Folks Run Grocery, home of Turner Hams. We are on the search for some incredible country ham today. And our tour guide from the area, Marin, told us about this place, because I looked all over online trying to find some local stuff and just couldn't find anything. It didn't pop up, but luckily Marin knew right where to go. So a little 30-minute drive, and here we are. And today, Friday only, they've got fried ham sandwiches, so we're definitely gonna get a couple of those. I was gonna get some ham, take that back, and I think we're gonna do some really kicked up country ham grilled cheese sandwiches. So let's take a look inside and see what they got. On Fridays, they do a little fried country ham sandwich. So thanks for Marin for telling us about this place. And
I don't know if our arteries are going to thank you, but it smells amazing.
arteries be damned. That's delicious.
Dan? How we doing?
Good.
Thank you, sir.
breakfast for this.
What'd you say?
I skipped breakfast for this.
Probably a good choice.
Yeah.
All right, well, you try yours.
I'll say I'm digging in.
Super salty. It's a salt explosion.
Oh yeah.
But this is good.
I expected them to be a little bit colder since they were in that cooler. But they're just the right temperature of being like hot. Right.
All right, let's knock out some grilled cheese sandwiches. First, we're gonna saute up diced jalapeno. Now add in cheddar cheese, mayonnaise, and get those diced jalapenos in there now. Little cream cheese, pimento peppers, salt, fresh cracked black pepper. Then we're gonna thoroughly mix that up till it's all nice and incorporated, thoroughly mixed. Get the grill ready. A little fresh oil. Got some nice unsalted butter. Nice slathered around. Take our ham, dredged in some seasoned flour, a little extra avocado oil on there. Get that nice and crispy both sides. Clean the grill off for a minute. And now we got our buttered sourdough bread. Go put that butter side down, spread out a little bit of that jalapeno pimento cheese. Put on our fried ham slices. Soak your sliced ham for about an hour in warm water to remove some of the salt content. Make sure you got a little pimento cheese on the other side because you can never have too much pimento cheese. And then a little extra butter on there just to have that bread soak it up, get it nice and buttery. And then, yeah, we're good. Let's take it inside. Give it a slice.
It's so good. I mean, how could it not be? If you don't like country ham and you don't like pimento cheese, you should definitely not try this.
After those grilled cheese sandwiches, man, we got to get out in the woods and take a hike, burn off some of those calories. Nice little hike today in the George Washington National Forest, going up to Kiti Peak in Northern Virginia. What do you think so far back there?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, nice little hike, not too bad.
Yeah, the first part is the worst.
It's a great little hike. It's
cool.
like 70 something degrees so far under the canopy, so it's not hot at all. And
Usually I'd be dying in pants during the summer areas, but I think
all right,
it's cooled off so I can wear them.
onward and upward. Mush. All right.
How do you get up there?
There's a walkway around the side. Good job, pups. Good job. Baby, I made it.
Sure did.
Up top. Good job, kiddo. I mean, you know, it wasn't the most difficult hike we've ever been on, but it was challenging.
4.25 miles.
4.25 miles. Wow. That's a good hike. Oh, man. I wish you guys were here in person. This is incredible. It's a great view of the valley. Shenandoah Valley. Shenandoah River. Man, look at that. That's gorgeous. That's what I call a payoff. This is a payoff hike right here. This is definitely worth it.
So yeah, it was pretty fun, but it was treacherous and we got a long way down. So we'll see you there.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
We have a reservation.
Okay, do you know where to check in?
Nope.
Alright, you just take this first right up here, and then go straight down to the brown brick building.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
This time we're making a classic Virginia dessert, the chess pie. We're starting with a very traditional pie crust of flour, sugar, salt, cold butter, and water as needed.
Mixing it all together with my hands so that way we don't overwork the crust dough. Getting it to combine all together. Once it's forming a nice ball, I pat it into a disc shape, dust it in flour, and wrap it in plastic so that way it can rest in the fridge for at least an hour and firm that butter back up. Once we bring it back out of the fridge, we're gonna roll it out with plenty of flour to about 1/4 of an inch thickness and big enough to fit into our pie pan. We're going to set up our pie crust so that we can blind bake it. We're gonna stretch the crust into the pan, trim up our edges, and allow it to chill for another 30 minutes prior to baking. We don't want our butter to cook out. Once it's done baking at 375, it takes about 10 minutes or until your middle is done. You let it cool. While that's happening, we're going to make our custard with melted butter, sugar, vanilla bean, eggs. Our dry ingredients are flour, cornmeal, a little bit of salt. Then our liquid ingredients, milk, vanilla, some fresh lemon juice, and I add a little bit of zest just to bump up the flavor. Once we get that all combined and mixed well, we're gonna put that into our prepared crust and bake it at 350. We want it to come out completely set because we need it to cool for at least 2 hours before we can serve it. Once we get it out of the oven, we can get it all dressed up. I'm gonna start with just a little bit of berry right here on the plate. That way we can get it on the bottom, get it into that crust. Get a nice piece of pie. Just plop that right on in there. Yeah, let it ooze a little bit on the sides. We don't want to cover the top because then you're gonna ruin that delicious sugar crisp on the top, but we're gonna put a little bit just to gloss it up a little bit. Then everybody likes a little whipped cream. Boop.
I don't have anything.
Oh yeah.
I only have one. Sorry.
This wins for sure. And if you think this wins, then check out our recipes on the blog spot. All of the links are in the notes, and we'd love to hear from you. Thanks.
What's up, Scooter Man?
Hello.
What do you think, babe? Washington, D.C.?
It is amazing. Never been here before, and seeing everything for the first time is just like
It's pretty cool, huh?
awe-inspiring for sure.
Yeah. Like there's certain things like I don't know why, but just the scale, like the Washington Monument, like when you're driving into town, but just seeing it in person, like
Right.
my first thought was, I just didn't expect it to be so tall. But it makes sense, right? I mean, it's named after our first president. Like, it's the first thing you really notice coming into the city.
Yeah, definitely.
It's probably like mountains when you live out west, right? When you live here, you probably just don't even notice this stuff anymore.
Yeah. I felt I got some sort of feels with the Lincoln Memorial.
I did too. That was very cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
The Lincoln Memorial and the World War II and the Veterans Memorial, but the
All of it, but
Lincoln Memorial was definitely
very impactful.
How's that scooter going so far?
It's so fun, and it has off-road tires, so it's easy to turn around. You don't have to like worry about hitting people too. So if someone's like going super slow, you could just pass them in the grass.
Well, look at you.
I need water.
Washington, D.C., taking in all the monuments and memorials, and we're gonna go check out the Smithsonian, the Museum of Natural History. Unfortunately, the Smithsonian Museum of Space and Aeronautics is closed. I think it opens and it reopens in October. But I did find that there is an annex that's actually part of that museum, but it's over next to Dulles International Airport, and that's where they have the Space Shuttle Discovery, the Enola Gay, and several hangars worth of aviation going back through different wars and military conflicts and stuff like that. So that's open and free, so we'll definitely be going to check that out.
Julia Child was a true pioneer for the culinary world, especially for women. And the fact that she donated her actual kitchen to the Smithsonian so that everyday people like you and me can go and see where her magic happened just blows my mind. I really love the fact that it's a home kitchen, yet she cooked for amazing people and created inspiring recipes for all of us to enjoy. And here it is right in front of us to be able to see and visualize ourselves in and just channel her inspiring presence all in this one place. This was definitely one of my favorite exhibits in all of the Smithsonian's.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite.
Would you want to fly one?
Yes.
Yes.
Be
Or
cool.
ride in one?
Just ride in one. Just to sit in one would be amazing.
Yeah. I agree with you.
I feel flying would be too much stress.
It'd be pretty cool.
I can't